Ladies, gentlemen, folks beyond the binary, grab your husband, wife, partner, mistress, DJ equipment, your very impressive vinyl collection, and gather around the radio. It's time for this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club.
Not rude or crude, he's always tastefully nude. In this hardcore world, he's a softcore dude. His antithesis, mysterious and dangerous. And oh yes, they've got all the sexiest movies out on VHS. So if you're fatally attracted to the racier stuff, Erotic Film Club. Basically, instinctively crave the salacious. Erotic Film Club. If you want a racy movie and you're too classy for smut, Erotic Film Club. We can watch them and discuss them all ad nauseam. Erotic Film Club.
Evan is a happily-ish married family man. His family leaves for a weekend trip so he can work on his important architect job. On a dark, stormy night, Evan is minding his business, just listening to Kiss and being an architect, when two soaking wet hotties show up at his doorstep in need of a phone. Evan, being the nice guy he is, offers them a towel, calls them an Uber, and threesomes them to completion. Can these ladies keep Evan's new Father's Day secret, or will they teach him there's no such thing as a free pizza? This week on the Erotic Thriller Club, knock knock. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club. As always, Garrett Callender and Kit Ryan here.
And this is where we answer the genre's three most important questions. Was I aroused? Was I thrilled? And would I ruin my life for this person? Garrett, I'm mad at you! Garrett, I'm mad at you about this one!
I stand by hormones and that you have the worst air quality in the world for a little bit.
It's true. Was it like... the scale tops out at like 250 and we were at like 700.
Yeah, yes. A friend sent me at 701 at one point.
Yeah, not good. Where I mean, in my particular neighborhood, I don't think it got more than 500, which means that's fine. That didn't affect my judgment.
I do believe it did, because this movie is very, there's a lot of things to not like about it. The Eli Roth of it all. I knew that we skipped doing this a while ago, because I'll address the Eli Roth. Like, he's a big Israel guy and has said some pretty horrendous things that I don't love, but we can shit on his movie now.
Yeah.
And also, I love Keanu and Ana de Armas. Couple housekeeping things. Speaking of Ana de Armas, I just realized I didn't know that Spotify had comments, because I never check any of our things. And somebody left
Spotify had comments either.
Somebody left us a comment a million years ago letting us know that Ana de Armas is Cuban.
Oh.
I don't remember what we said. I genuinely don't remember. It was in deep water.
Well,
sorry about that. I'll remember that
Pardon.
forever now that you commented on it.
And thank you for commenting and correcting us. This was apparently her first English language movie though, and for that, Ms. de Armas, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm super sorry. Cause yikes.
Real quick, while we're on the topic of comments, I notice I don't even check the YouTube comments most of the time, because like I'm not looking at them. But I noticed that there's people on a couple. It seems like we've got some real dum-dums getting to some that are looking for the movie, and then click it and click a thing that's a podcast, and then hear two people talking and are mad, and that's hilarious.
Good for them. There's a big picture of our faces and not the movie, but
no movie was played. No, two people talking. And one person shouted, "Clickbait. I want to see the movie." Those were three separate comments, by the way.
Clickbait. Huh.
Am I allowed to, like, through the account, like, call these people dum-dums? Because I looked, because this is all for that Gutenberg movie.
Really? Those people really wanted to see the Gutenberg movie?
Which I Googled real quick, and it's on Tubi. Like, these dumb shits can just find it. Like, you know what? It doesn't surprise me that erotic thrillers would also throw some dummies at us.
Yeah, it doesn't. So hi to all the people who meant to be here.
Sorry that we're two people talking.
Sorry. It's a basic
Me too.
podcast format.
One day we'll just be AI and we won't even have to show up. We'll be-
Oh, yay. Well, if that would mean I didn't have to watch this movie, Garrett, maybe I'd welcome our new robot overlords.
It's so insane that this is one that has broken you.
I
Because
hated
we've
it.
watched so much worse movies. Like Party Line was worse. When the Bow Breaks was less fun to watch. Prompt
Yeah,
was
that's
less
true.
fun. Angel Eyes was less
Prompt
fun.
was short.
I Know Who Killed Me was less fun.
No, I
Murder
Know
in the
Who
House
Killed
was
Me.
more fun. If
Murder
I'm
in the
ranking,
House was way more fun. And I will say that the Lindsay Lohan one was more fun. I had fun with her insanity.
let's get into it, because I guess we'll go back and forth of what we enjoyed and didn't enjoy with
Sure.
this film. I mean, it's funny because this would have come out the same year or the year after John Wick. So we're like really,
No.
which also it's crazy that Anna de
No.
Armas went on to be the ballerina. So they were in a movie again together later.
A much better movie.
Not much. Like, I mean,
Garrett.
ballerina, the end fight was incredible. Like, the movie was fun.
Yeah. 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 Let's talk about it. Keanu lives in California and there's soft piano music as we see. He's got cute family photos and an artsy house. It's actually a boring California house with a lot of art shoved inside it.
A lot of art. A lot of art.
art.
More family photos than you've seen in anyone's house, which turns out to be a blessing for later in the movie for those of us that had fun watching this.
Yeah, it does start to seem a little bit try hard, like they're clearly compensating for something by having so many family photos on the walls. I don't think my parents even have that many photos of our family.
It's funny that what this movie made me think of, because, you know, I feel like Keanu Reeves is one of those guys that's really, really hard to hate. Just in like,
Yes.
he's one of the most likable people we have in humanity.
It's
Plus,
true.
he's Canadian.
So
So
it's an extra dose of likability on top of an already likable guy.
I remember in the 90s, Garth Brooks had a music video, and I don't remember if the guy in the music video was like abusing a woman. He was being very bad, and Garth Brooks was like, I have to play this man because any other actor, people are going to just hate him too much for the rest of his career, and I'm the only one who's great enough to survive this.
No, you needed Keanu Reeves.
In the 90s? Oh, Keanu was too babyface to be like a alcoholic wife beater in the 90s.
It's true.
And honestly, even this version of Keanu is still, he's got such good hair.
It's true.
And
then this dumb bitch, like one of the first things his wife says is he needs to cut his hair. And I was like, kill this woman. She's not worthy of you. Why did you have children with her? Also, she can't act for shit. But like, that aside, the first thing you say to this man when he wakes up and is trying to fuck you is you need to cut your beautiful... Okay, Delilah, get the fuck away from him.
Wait, did you and John hate this movie because you both wanted to fuck Keanu so bad you were jealous of every character that he was interacting with?
No, I hated it because absolutely everyone talked in the same flat ass tone of voice the whole time, and it made me want to die.
Other than when Keanu switches his performance to a full-on Nick
Cage.
full-on. I'd say a half-speed Nick Cage.
Half-speed Nic Cage. This movie
Think of what Nic
seems
Cage would have done with this
I
script.
know, I know. It's like the script was written for Nic Cage, and then they were like, "Oh, but we got Keanu Reeves," and it's like, "Did you ask Nick?" And it's like, "He's busy that weekend, but it's fine. It's fine. We got Nick. We don't need Nick Cage. We got Keanu." And it's like, no, you needed Nick Cage for this. This
But Keanu's
there's
acting is always so low anyway
so
that
low energy.
him at 50% acting, that was his Nick Cage moment, and
Yes,
his Nick Cage moments are fun. Like, I was so delighted
I won't
by
deny that
Keanu
it
Nick
was
Cage.
funny. It was amusing to see him attempt a Nick Cage. Care Bear.
I had to let a cat out, sorry.
Oh,
In
you
here.
let the cat out of the bag?
Um, no, yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page because I think it was impossible to see what he was doing and not think like Nick Cage would go so hard
So
with this
hard. At
script.
every single opportunity, starting in the very beginning when he's like being the fun dad with the kids by like
Being the
being like, "Why
monster.
didn't you pick you didn't pack your chainsaw?" I'm a monster. All of that. Nick Cage would have eaten it and slobbered out all that scenery. It would have been gorgeous.
But what we find out early on is that Keanu Reeves is just filled with jizz. He is
Mhm.
like they would say in Bluey when they have to go to the bathroom, I'm bursting.
Yeah, apparently they haven't had sex in like a
3 weeks, she
while,
said.
3 weeks. And I don't know why they haven't had sex in 3 weeks. I must have missed that.
Kids, he's an architect. There's a lot going on.
He also just had like a shoulder surgery because he helped a lady with her bag at baggage claim, and his wife was like, she was like 25, she didn't need your help, and he's like, whatever, I was being nice. Um, and somehow doing that, he hurt his shoulder so badly he needs surgery because he's 43, and that's just what being 43 means.
He was almost 50 when they filmed this,
Not
which is
that you would
crazy.
know, his face is completely ageless.
Keanu does not have a great beard in this. It's a
No.
little patchy on the side. It's crazy though. He might be the only person that I just forgive that. Where I'm like, yeah, he can have a beard if he wants it. He's so nice.
Yeah, but like if his wife is gonna nag him about something, why wouldn't she nag him to shave his beard, not cut his beautiful hair? It's
The hair
weird.
is like so I can't emphasize enough how beautiful his hair is. It is the way it moves. It is gorgeous. Yeah, no, that I mean, that was in the script and they just didn't change it. You can't that's just one of those things. Like I feel like we've had a couple other movies where it was a thing in the script and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like this is the wrong person to do this about. Like you
Yes,
could do this
yes.
about anyone else but this person.
Yes, it's like in Fatal Attraction where his wife is like way way too pretty for any of this movie to make sense. Like why would you ever or in Baby Girl. Really she's cheating on Antonio Banderas? Not
Maybe
happening.
that's what it would that I think that maybe is the one I was thinking of.
Yep.
Um But basically, we set up that his wife and kids are gonna leave for the weekend, go to
Even
the
though it's
beach or whatever.
Father's Day. It's Father's Day and they're
He's got an
leaving him.
architect.
He's got architect. Yeah, he's got a 3D printer, so you know he's a serious architect. But he also has a DJ sound mixing board, cause
Before they told us that information,
uh-huh.
is the family's already gone, camera's, like, panning through the house with Detroit Rock City by Kiss playing,
Yeah.
and as the camera gets to his room, and I'm, like, waiting for it to be playing on vinyl, but I
Yep.
see it's being played through, like, electronic like DJ
DJ
equipment, like,
equipment.
not
Yeah.
like turntables, but like digital, and I'm just like, "What the fuck is this doing in his office?" I mean, I had seen
Same
this
thought.
movie when it came out, did
Of
not
course you
remember the
did.
DJ bit.
Yeah, no, it turns out the architect was his, get this, backup career, which is insane. You have to go to school for so long. It is such a competitive field. And he was like, God, I didn't make it as a DJ.
That
Guess
makes it
I'll
feel more like George
go be
Costanza wrote this
moving.
script.
Yeah, one of those boring careers that you get when you can't make your real dream job work is an architect.
The way he talks about DJing later in the movie made me laugh so fucking hard.
Oh, when he said it's like mixing a drink?
Well, not just that. That was funny. That was
That
funny
was
too. Like,
great.
there's a bit where the two we'll get here in a second, but like the two women are there and they're talking about their flight attendants and they're like I spent 24 hours in New Zealand last week. We went to Tokyo this time, just talking about places. And he's like, and they're like, we kind of are rock stars without the music, with
Mhm.
just the traveling. And he's like, I get it. I got booked on a tour once. It was of the tri-state area.
I
That made me laugh
absolutely
so hard.
missed the tri-state area bit. Also, Garrett, what is the tri-state area when you live in California?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like trying to picture a map because I'm also an idiot. Uh,
Mm.
I'm one step away from commenting on our own posts that I don't like the two
We're in the
people talking.
movie. I want the movie. So Dad's
But yeah,
about
that's
to
yeah.
spark up and knock knock. Who's at the door? Two wet ladies.
Obviously, Anna de Armas, very attractive lady.
Good God, she looks so cute out there, soaking wet and shivering in the cold. I would let her in, obviously.
And the other one, so the two girls are Belle, which is Anna de Armas, and Genesis, which is Lorenza Izzo, which was Eli Roth's wife at the time.
So
Is she-
Eli
is she-
just wanted to make softcore porn with his own wife. Fucking
He had made a
Keanu
movie with
Reeves?
her before this called The Green Inferno that was like a cannibal movie that they shot with like an actual tribe.
Cool.
They shot it with like one of those tribes that like has never seen anything. You know what I
That
mean?
seems
Like,
deeply unethical.
and I remember when they went to go ask them, the producer had to like take a boat or wherever to this tribe to describe to them what a movie was. And I remember the story being told of like, okay, that's cool. Well, what did you take them? Did you take like Wizard of Oz or somebody? Goes, no, I showed them Cannibal Holocaust.
That seems like the movie that's going to convince them to murder you all.
Murder you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, his wife is very attractive. These are two very pretty ladies. I think they picked two ladies that if they showed up to your door in the middle of the night,
You'd let him in.
you're gonna let them in. What are you gonna do? Like, what? Okay, let's say John is in a remote place and these two ladies show up. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. No one else is around. As he's not, he has to help them. You have to bring him in and dry him off.
Let him in. Yeah. Offer him an Uber. Yeah.
It is funny though, because Keanu does actively for quite a while try to push away their advances. And the scene, the way they shot it is really kind of fun.
It's
with
very
the musical
funny.
chairs.
Yes, he keeps getting up out of his chair and moving to a different chair because he lives in a gigantic house with lots of chairs. And then they will come and like sit close to him. And then he will find some excuse to stand up and move to a different chair over and over and over again. And the Uber is 45 minutes away. So, like, gosh, can we put our clothes in your dryer? And I guess so. I'll give you some extra robes to wear. And
That scene was shot really fun though, right? Like, I mean, if you hated the movie, that's still kind of a fun way for people to be constantly moving around in a scene where they could just be sitting the whole time.
Yes. The part that upset me was that Keanu Reeves is a married man and he put their bras in the dryer. What's wrong with you? You were ruining those bras.
You can put some bras in the dryer. You have to put them in like the dryer bag.
Did he put them in a bag?
Oh wait,
Garrett?
sorry. I thought you said the washer. No, I'd never put a bra in the dryer.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I heard washer. I was It's
No, the
early.
clothes are already wet, Garrett.
Yeah, no, that was a dumb thing to do. That was dumb. That
Yeah,
was,
and he just throws them in there, which tells me bad husband.
tells me maybe a couple unmarried people wrote this movie. Well, it was
What?
it was, um, Eli Roth and a couple Cuban guys, I believe. Or no, Chilean guys. The guys are from Chile.
I would 100% believe that Eli Roth doesn't know proper bra care.
You know what? I'm not going to defend Eli Roth on anything. Um, and this is coming from a former, like, fan.
Yeah. So he shows off his vinyl collection. They're like, wow, this must be worth so much money. And this man says,
Kid.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go
No,
ahead.
I was going to say, he's like, yeah, everything's online now, but I love the sound of vinyl.
The more it went into the vinyl, I was just like, "Oh, man, these ladies would have had," because 'cause they're just like, "You have such good taste in music," and I'm like, "Thanks." I have a pretty good
Mm-hmm.
vinyl collection myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, "Me. I'm putting myself in this movie now," and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"2 hot ladies come to the door,
They're
start
telling,
complimenting my vinyl collection,
yep, yep,
like, ha
boner
and then try and
central.
threesome me? Like, how long before like, I can only musical chairs for so long."
I'm sorry, but like, here's the thing. I don't believe that this character is an actual music nerd because I have had music nerds put on songs and albums for me before, and they'll yammer on and on and on and on about all of these things that I should be hearing and that the influences. And that is not what Keanu does when he puts on a record. He says that this woman that he is putting on the album for started composing when she was 13. This is her third album. That's a Wikipedia entry. That is not music nerd shit.
No, you're right, but I also you're right, I do agree with that entirely. I think
I
that
would rather have
Keanu
Natalie Portman tell me this song is going to change my life.
let's go back to Nicolas Cage, a time that he was a vinyl nerd. The Rock. He was more nerding
Mm.
out about that one Beatles record that he paid $600 for on vinyl than but I also think that Keanu isn't a music nerd. I think that he's a fucking DJ, and I think that
Mm.
I don't want I won't shit on all DJs because one of the most impressive concerts I've ever seen in my life was DJ Cut Chemist.
Okay.
He walked in with a stack of world records, like just world music. He sat them down, and above his turntables, he had a camera, and his DJ equipment was on a screen behind him. And he just
Cool.
said, I picked up this stack of music today. I've never heard any of it. Let's see what happens. And he does looping. So he's like scratching and he's just like listening to music with one. And then he'll like cut it in and then like loop it. And then he's doing this. And by the end, he's made a whole song out of like 50 records that he just heard live in front of all of us.
That's sick as hell. That's so impressive.
I watched him he blew me away so much. I'd seen him a handful of times. I saw him do a set where he remixed cassette tapes. It was a very specific era of French punk, and he said,
Oh.
"I don't think this has ever been done before, so it might not work." And
Just a wild thing to say in front of a crowd of people who've paid to see you.
he's doing it, but because it's with cassettes, like there's problems. So as he's like listening in one ear, he's like opening another cassette deck and rewinding the tape back into itself that's like unraveled and
Does
like
he do it with a pencil end like I used to? You just jam the eraser in there and start
and just
turning.
turn. I don't want to shit on all DJs because I basically want to say big fan of DJ Cut Chemist. That guy, what he's doing is art. He is doing something live. This to me seems like the kind of DJ that is DJing because you can do it easily.
Which is why he was only on a tour in the tri-state area, Garrett.
100%. And I love that I have to bring this up and shout out my friend a little bit, but they're like, "Oh, you're a DJ. You're like Major Lazer." Do you remember my friend Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle directed a Major Lazer music video.
No shit, that's rad as hell.
He he did he Kyle is really committed to doing bits, and one day he's just like, I'm gonna get 1 million views on YouTube. And he made this really weird video of him with a butterfly knife doing a dance, but he like framed everything so specifically that it seems like he's just a weirdo on the internet, which he also is, but it almost has like a Napoleon Dynamite but real vibe to it.
Nice.
And Diplo saw it and messaged him and ended up having him do a Major Lazer video in the style that he did that weird little YouTube video.
That's cool as hell.
Kyle also once got abs as a joke.
That sounds like something Kyle would do.
It was a real, he just like, boom, and we're like, what the fuck? Because he has a perfect six-pack, and he is not the kind of guy to do that. Sorry, let's move on. Back to Keanu's taste in music.
So yeah, do you think this role would have worked better if it was someone less hot than
Yes.
Keanu Reeves? Because like he's so susceptible to their flattery, and they're laying it on so egregiously thick that it feels like something should have triggered some alarm bells in his head at some point. At the very least, he should have assumed that these girls were gonna fuck him and rob him.
Yeah, it shouldn't be happening to somebody like me. like it should be I'm trying to think like what actor, like it needs to be somebody that sucks more than Keanu Reeves. Like
Yes.
he is too handsome and pure for
Mhm.
this role. You're right, he needed to dork out over records more. He needed to seem like he could be fooled.
Yes. Not a worldly handsome man who's used to 20 something drenched ladies trying to fuck him.
He is worldly. Tri-state area.
Tri-state area.
That's 3. That's
yeah.
3 states.
Yeah. So, the girls keep saying weird shit like humans are the only species that practice monogamy. So it's like not real. And it's like,
I knew you were gonna hate that.
don't you fucking insult swans and penguins? There are plenty of species that do monogamy, that mate for life. And then they're like, this one really got me. I had to write it down. Sex with boundaries isn't really sex. If our bodies are capable of doing it, then we're meant to.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, Garrett?
This is things girls say to you when you're Keanu Reeves in real life.
Actually, that might be true. And that's their way of saying, yes, Mr. Reeves, I will let you put it in my asshole.
They are laying it on
so
thick, and it's really funny. At this point, it's almost like in Devil's Rejects when Sherry Moon Zombie is trying to seduce like the redneck band. And she's like, I bet all the girls want to fuck you. And he's like, oh my God, what? Say that again? Like, but Keanu Reeves is just blushing, and he's like, I've just never been around girls who talk about sex before.
Well, yeah, that's the wildest thing that he's like, I'm not used to being around women who are so forward about sex. It's like,
I guess
really?
podcasts weren't huge yet then, right?
It was 2015, of course they were.
Well, it was shot in 2014. How big were they then?
Garrett, the iPhone was out. Podcasts are named for the iPod that they were on.
I remember I was
So if the iPod is already gone, then podcasts have already outlived it. Then yes, podcasts exist. So he was used to this
I was
idea.
listening to Smodcast forever. It was one of the first podcasts. But I don't think Keanu was tuning in. See, Kevin Smith would have been a better person.
Yes. No, he's a cool hip dude. He listens to podcasts on his cool headphones that he DJs with.
Man. Now you've got it in my head. I'm like, Kevin Smith would have maybe been a better fit.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like a fat guy, and they're like, we love your comic book collection. He's like, thanks, man.
Wow, I have the first issue of X-Men. I do think, though, that would have ruined then when they do have the sex scene, because you'd have to watch Kevin Smith having sex with these two beautiful ladies instead of Keanu Reeves. And I'm not sure you want that. So I can see the conflict at the heart of who you cast in this role.
Well, he would have been shirt on for sure, and then the
Oh
scene would have been
God.
so dark you wouldn't have been able to see what was going on. It
Um.
really like, it does take them quite a while to finally convince him,
Yes.
and the convincing really it's so him go
Mm-hmm.
the Uber gets there, he goes to the bathroom, and what's crazy is you can hear the shower running, and he's like, "I've got your clothes. Come on, it's here. Alright, I'm closing my eyes and coming in." That is the moment where it's like, "What the fuck are
Fuck
you
are you
doing?"
doing? I
But
mean,
also
his first mistake was that he didn't tell them when it was 5 minutes away, which he should have done because then they would have had time to get their clothes on. You can't tell them when the Uber's here, oh, let me go get your clothes out of the dryer and let's actually get you the fuck out of here. The guy's gonna leave. So clearly he was already thinking, like, oh, I don't want them to leave. I'm not gonna tell them that there's 5 minutes. But then, yeah, they basically have to start sucking his dick for him to actually want to have sex with them. They are both naked and soapy, both looking fantastic, beautiful, loved
Yep.
it. Um, but they have to both start sucking his dick before he is like, oh, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, and I think once again, it's like there's not a lot you should give him credit for. To his credit, he really tried, but he is also so backed up with cum right now.
So much. 3 weeks worth of cum backed up in there. And
And it's
I just
2 in the
loved
morning.
it's 2 in the morning and the Uber's here, but like, oh my god, we're too busy being naked and Sophie together. Yeah, what is he supposed to do?
When you filled with that much semen, your IQ starts to drop. It
Mm,
really
mm,
does. You become idiot. You become very caveman. He just needs to release the poison.
Has he tried jerking it? Also, I don't know what excuse they have for not having sex. Like in Fatal Attraction, you remember the apartment that Michael Douglas is living in New York? It's tiny, and every surface is covered with kid shit. And you get the feeling like there is no getting away from this child to have any sex ever. Meanwhile, these people live in a huge house with a gigantic backyard. The kids are old enough you can just say, go play outside, and they will. They're like, it is so much easier for them.
And a spacious shower too.
Spacious, the most spacious shower I've ever seen. Like, there is no excuse for them to not be having sex.
The it's true. It's true. I mean, I'm not telling you that the movie is great and there aren't a million plot holes. I'm saying this movie was fun and it
Mm,
entertained me throughout with funny dialogue, sometimes on
yeah,
purpose, sometimes not. Like there was
yeah.
enough things that were amusing the whole movie that I wasn't bored. The movie's fast paced as hell. Like once you
Okay,
like
but
from here on out, it's pretty
the
nonstop.
the sex scene, and there is only, well, there's like one and a half sex scenes. Um,
The sex scene is shot very funny.
It's so funny. I wrote down campy, like someone dressed as Bella Lugosi should be in the background going "Mwahaha."
Well, the fact that like there's a thunderstorm happening, so we're cutting from thunder outside to tits to hand
Lightning,
squeezing
lightning.
blanket and ecstasy to tits on the glass, ass pushed up against a thing. It's
The
shot
music
so funny.
is so intense, right? Like so horror movie esque, like campy horror movie.
But also, once again, think of who the director is. It's shot from Eli Roth, who loves campy horror movies. So I do think that lots of this, because of who he is, I know like he
I
loves
think
80s
the
B
rest
teen
of the
sex comedies.
movie
I think it's
needed to be campier then. I
yeah.
think that whole first like 45 minutes needed to be campier.
Well, that's why I think there's that part where it almost feels like we have hit a dream sequence, because later in the movie she writes this is not a dream on a mirror, and
That's
it
so
does
deep.
feel like we've gone from such this regular thing to as soon as he comes we're in hell.
Yeah.
Like we're in a
Yeah.
night. Basically, what life is like for him after he comes is what happens if I eat dairy after 10 p.m. I have nightmares all night.
Geez, Garrett, you really should have been the one that these girls were after.
I would have been so good in this movie. Uh, no, but I did start thinking like, as the thunder's going, it does make it seem like something mystical happened, and I was like, you know what?
Yes.
I think we can chalk this whole thing up to like his family should forgive him. This was an act of God.
This was witchcraft of some kind,
This was a
clearly.
baseball game getting rained out. It's an act of God.
Yeah. So, I did not understand. So, was it actually Father's Day? Did this happen on the Sunday that is Father's Day? And the kids are just like out of town for Monday too? Because they kept talking about like, oh, everyone's gone for the long weekend. I was like, what long weekend? It's Father's Day. That's not a long weekend. What are you fucking what's talking about?
When
Or
is
was it?
that's the
Or
summer though. I mean, like, yeah,
mm,
I don't know. It was Father's Day though, because they brought in like the cake, and then they left later that morning.
maybe
So
they
like,
were
he came after
celebrating
Father's Day though.
early. Maybe they were.
He he jizzed on Monday.
Oh, that's
He made it
nice.
to the next day. It wasn't on Father's Day. But yeah, when they wake up from this sex, like he wakes up quiet in a bed and is just like, "Oh my god, I
They're
regret everything. Now that the jizz
gone.
is out, my brain is back to reality.
Oh,
Got
what
to
are
put my
they?
wedding ring
Oh,
on."
yeah.
And they are now nightmare people.
Yeah, they're wrecking up the kitchen, watching Family Feud while they make pancakes, and this girl's
Burping, farting.
drinking maple syrup like she's an elf.
Yeah. Well, she's got youth on her side, as we find out in a
Mm.
minute.
Yes, of course. He gets a call from his wife and he takes it outside and they're like doing goofy fake sex acts in the
Tits on the
window,
glass again.
tits on the glass, ass on the glass, pretending to suck off a banana dick. Um and then he's like, y'all need to leave.
They're
Please
all
please
hopped up on
leave.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and maple syrup.
They're on a sugar rush right now. What are they
Yeah.
supposed to do? Not be insane?
And he's like, I'm gonna need you to leave. I'm giving you 3 minutes to get your shit and get out. I'm gonna go wait outside, which is dumb because he comes back in and they're drawing dicks on his wife's art.
It's a nightmare. This movie is like the Aronofsky movie Mother, where it's like the anxiety of like people come to your house and just won't leave. But this is
Mm,
so much more specific and not fantastical.
yes. So he's like, I'm gonna call the cops to throw you out. And they're like, but we're underage. We're
She says,
actually
okay.
only 15 and you're gonna go to
She,
jail forever. And
well,
he's like,
like the way she phrases is like, okay, call the cops. You'll end up on To Catch a Predator. And then like his eyes getting big and the realization of like, I just had sex with two children.
obviously he didn't. They are very obviously not children. They have tattoos, Garrett. They don't just let you get those when you're
Bad kids in
15.
my school had them. They gave them to themselves.
I didn't consider that possibility. And then after that, they really play fast and loose with calling him a pedophile, and I'm like, having sex with two grown ass women who tell you that they are working flight attendants, does not make you a pedophile.
Well, yeah, because he's like, but your flight attendants. They're like, we made that up, and he's like, no.
No. Um. So he finally gets like upset because his massage therapist shows up.
Oh my god, Colleen Camp.
Is that who plays the massage therapist?
Yeah, she was Noah Vanderhoff's wife in Wayne's World. But what's weird is the two movies we were narrowed down to this week. We had somebody write in on Spotify and ask about the movie Sliver, which we'll do next. Colleen Camp is in both of those films. So it was going to be,
Hey.
and then she also produced this movie.
So she's like, I'm here to do your rehab massage for your bad shoulder. Gosh, isn't your wife lovely? Aren't don't you have such a happy marriage? You and your beautiful family and your kids. God, I'm just so happy to be working for you as your massage therapist. And then what happens?
Oh, Genesis pops out the door and just like, "Hey, daddy," or whatever she says.
They're
She's
calling him daddy
being
all the time because it's Father's Day, and that's
okay.
special.
So yes, they are calling him daddy a lot in this movie, and eventually Anna de Armas is going into like what is either father or stepfather sexual assault thing.
Cosplay, role
So
play.
is Genesis just like a regular bad vigilante bad guy, and Belle, Anna de Armas, is an actual like lunatic with a broken brain
Broken by years of
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 abuse?
abuse at the hands of a father figure. Yes, I do believe so.
So she's like full broken toy.
Yes, which
Like
is
she's lost it.
a topic that this movie is not equipped to
Oh
handle
no.
in
Wrong.
any way whatsoever.
To be fair, to just I'm not just Eli Roth. This is a genre that doesn't handle mental illness well. Like,
Or sexual abuse. Well, no, what, Garrett? The
no, like, so I can't say like I would throw that as a knock. I'm like, none of these movies.
as a
I
knock
won't say
knock.
none. I forgot to talk about we do eventually hear the titular knock knock at the beginning. But no, I think like this is a campy genre that is a lot of the times offensive, handles everything offensive, which adds to the fun of everything.
Mm,
But the specificness of what she is describing feels bad.
it
So it does
does.
take away from the any sort of fun I was having
Fun.
with the anxiety.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, he does finally get them out of the house, drops them off somewhere, and he cleans up, and it seems like everything's back to normal till it's that night, and he gets whacked on the head with some art.
They just come back. They
They just
just
come
come
back
back.
in. He doesn't lock the doors, I guess, which is weird because they know where he lives. Um, Also, he called 911 and said he'd like to report a break-in. They would absolutely show up at his house. He called from a landline. They know where he called from. They would show up.
Yeah. Maybe that's not the
So,
case in Chile where the writers were from.
so he wakes up tied to the bed, and Genesis is playing with his wife's makeup, going for sort of
See, I
Black
thought she was painting herself
Swan
as, like,
kind
Gene
of.
Simmons from Kiss eventually,
Oh, sure,
but
yeah,
we didn't get there.
yeah. And Belle, Anna Darmus comes in a sexy schoolgirl outfit, and he's like, "Those are my daughters.
Bottom.
Take that off." Your daughter is 9 years old. There is no way in hell. We saw his daughter. She does not wear that size. Those panties
No,
are grown ass women's panties. They're cute and pink with a little cartoon on them. They are women's panties. That skirt, is your daughter wearing like a like on your daughter that skirt would be an ankle length skirt.
but how upsetting and like, regardless of if the logistics of the size, how
Mhm.
upsetting and gross is it for her to take off his daughter's underwear and put
Yes.
them in his mouth?
It's so
Like,
fucked.
it's so fucked and depraved, and it's just like,
And she's got her hair in little pigtails, and she's put fake freckles on her cheeks with
it's
makeup.
it's upsetting, it's gross. It's I would say that is an effective moment where anyone not if you think too long about it and get to like, "They wouldn't fit her," then you get there, but, like, when you're not there yet and you're just literally taking what's happening at face value, I think anyone watching is gonna have a visceral like, "Oh, god."
Yeah. Yeah, she starts
Effective is
telling
what I'm
him,
saying.
like accusing him of sneaking into her room and doing bad stuff, slapping him around.
It's
It's
rough. Like,
real
this is
rough.
one of the hardest scenes to watch, and it does feel like kinda like how there was that bit in the 2010s when they were doing, like, the Hills Have Eyes remake, the Last House on the Left, where everything was so feel bad and gross.
Mm,
This specific scene felt like it was supposed to be in one of those movies,
yes.
but there's so many over the top fun scenes that it doesn't always. I do think the scene works in getting a reaction out of me, but doesn't fit as a whole
With the
for me to, like,
tone.
have
Yeah.
fun with the campiness of stuff that comes a little later.
Yeah. So they threaten to answer the FaceTime from his wife with them sucking his cock as he's tied to the bed. Yeah. Yeah. You're
Them
making a face.
jerking him off so that his dick can answer the FaceTime, and he's like, "It could be my
Yes.
kids! Quit jerking me!" That was so funny, Kit.
So
I was
funny.
like, "I've never seen this in a movie. This is hilarious. This is so fucking funny." That's amazing. That's one of the best things we've seen the criminal person do to anyone in any movie is like, "I'm gonna make your dick answer the phone." And he's like, "It might be my kid. Don't stop jerking me off to make my dick answer the phone."
It's not nice.
Think how Nicolas Cage would have reacted to getting jerked off with not
Oh,
wanting his dick to answer the phone.
that's so much better.
It
That's so
is.
much better.
Kid, I'm
Also,
just
he
saying,
should have let
that's
them do
crazy.
it so that then he could be screaming, call the police, help, help, for the love of God." And then maybe someone would have saved his ass.
He just didn't
Instead,
wanna maybe show his son his dick.
some part of him is like still thinking he's gonna get out of this okay. And so, like, if he could just get them out of the house soon enough that he can clean everything up,
Just
everything's gonna be okay. He could still fix this.
think of the camera angle of the penis, though. If you answered that FaceTime and it's an up close of an erect penis, but on either sides you can maybe see Keanu's panicked eyes.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be
You're right.
amazing. It's perfect. You could frame it just right.
You're right, though. He's like, I might be able to salvage this.
No, he definitely thinks he can. And so
That's so funny.
he's like, "I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything you want." And they're like, "All right, we're going to fuck you then. You got to
All
fuck
right.
Anna de Armas while she's dressed in your daughter's clothes and tell her she's a good little girl while she calls you daddy." And
It's
so
awful.
he does that and they're filming it, and it's really funny to me that at one point Genesis is filming it and she's like, "Do it doggy style." But obviously they can't because he's tied to the bed and she is on top of him. So doggy style is not a possibility.
That is true.
So instead she just howls and barks like a dog.
Okay, so I started to write down, wow, she's barking. But then the dog was actually barking and it was the
Yeah.
same sound. So I
I
was very, so she was really barking?
I think so. I don't know. Why else would you yell "do it doggy style" and then like did the dog hear it and the dog in the like other part of the house? By the way, they have like this ancient Frenchie named Monkey, who is the most useless dog we've ever seen in one of these movies. Like you watch this thinking this dog's going to die for sure. I know the conventions of the genre. This dog is doomed. But because the dog is just sleeping in the laundry room the entire fucking movie, nothing bad happens to the dog, y'all.
I do love the looming, like, it was nice to have the looming threat of this dog might get squished. But yeah, dog, don't worry, dog doesn't get squished, but a useless dog, barking sounds, and it makes me feel really sick because Keanu Reeves has such a specific energy to him, even when he has to yell. Like
It's
when
true.
he's playing with his kids, there's something that just is unsettling, but that's how he is
It's
in real life.
true. It's true. It does feel like he's being sarcastic when he's playing with his children, even though you know he's not. It just that is how his voice sounds.
Yeah, there's like this really cute video because he did a comic book a few years ago called Berserker, and there's a him signing a comic book for a little kid, and he's talking to this kid, and he talks to the kid in real life in this video I've seen the same way he's talking to the kids in this. So you can tell that is the
That's
energy that Keanu Reeves has.
yes. Uh and or Genesis is filming this, and she puts the iPhone down,
Yeah,
and
your daddy's little girl.
yeah, and at one point he does get free, but he doesn't go for the phone. Garrett, he doesn't go for the phone at all. Instead, he thinks he's gonna just go choke Genesis and get like her out of there, I guess. And she stabs him with a fork in his shoulder
Surgery
wound.
scar.
Yeah, which
I
I was
love
laughing at for
yeah.
the rest of the movie because the blood on his shirt where that scar is does not look like blood. It looks like spaghetti sauce the whole time.
I love that he's got pains so that any 40-year-old watching is just like, "Yeah, I got a thing that hurts."
Yeah.
I get that.
I get that.
You're right. Like, it was funny though, like, she stabs that thing into him and just pokes it, and the way Keanu screams, we've
It's
never heard this sound out of Keanu Reeves before.
no. No, that's the
John Wick
sound.
never reacts to violence, yeah.
No, that is the sound that only a man who's in his 40s and knows real pain can express.
Like,
It
it's like it gets high.
gets high. Um so he wakes up from passing out, and he's tied to a chair, and we're doing a little fake game show. During which they call him Mr. 1%er, which tells me these girls weren't part of Occupy Wall Street. They do not know who the true 1% is. Architects aren't it.
And this artist lady who has a gallery open, like, she's got a show coming up. I
But
mean, it
like,
looks like they're doing well, but I'll tell you, the Tri-State DJ,
yeah, this is not the 1%. This is maybe the top 20%.
comfortable. He's
Comfortable.
comfortable.
He can afford to have the massage therapist come to his house, but she doesn't look like she's very good at her job.
And it also seems like, I mean, he doesn't live in LA. He lives an hour outside of LA in the desert somewhere.
Yeah. Uh
Nice house,
so
though. I would be happy to have that house.
oh yeah, I'm sure. But so they've got him with like his DJ headphones on. Did we mention that while Anna de Armas, back in the beginning of the movie, when she's trying to seduce him, he puts on the record and she starts dancing very sexily to it, and we're all like, "Holy shit, this is great!" And then he puts on his headphones and like puts on another record and starts like mixing the two together, and
Mhm.
it gives exactly the same energy as the guy who pulls out the acoustic guitar at the party.
Eh, yeah, it did. It did, and I think that was very funny too because the whole time,
Yes.
like, her trying to gas him up, like, "This is way more fun than the party we were going to go to," and,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think that's some of the fun in it too, is, like, this 40-year-old guy who's kinda lame, like, being like, "Hell yeah, I still got it."
Yeah, and she's like, "Whoa, how did you know those two songs would go together?" And the answer was gonna be, "Cause this is my record collection, and I've done that bit before." But no, he had to be like, "It's like mixing a drink. You just you pick the ingredients and then you figure out the blend." And I'm like, that is a line that you would absolutely use in a
To fuck a
club,
20-year-old.
in a club to pick up a 20-year-old, right? That like, and shouted over the sound of a rave, that line would probably work.
He is
In this
cooking.
yeah, in this context, it does not. And
No.
I do wish someone less handsome than Keanu Reeves was saying it.
Ooh, what about, like, Jay Barenthal?
Yes! That would be so believable.
He would have been hilarious. Yeah, this is, like, his voice, like, the
Mm-hmm.
hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon voice, like, coming out of a guy, and he's, like, skinny, and
Uh-huh.
he oh, man. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
did I say his name right? I did, right?
I
Am I
don't
mixing
know.
up John Barenthal?
Yes.
and
Jay
he
Baruchel?
Baruchel. Jay.
Baruchel.
Sorry, I've had John Barenthal on my mind
Been watching
because
a lot of
people
Punisher or whatever?
well people keep asking me if I want to see the Odyssey, and my response
Oh.
continuously is one of my least favorite genres is men in sandals, and I don't think
Mm.
anyone was meant to see John Barenthal's toes in 70 millimeter IMAX.
Shows what you know.
That actually might make me gag a little bit.
I don't understand. Wait, so you've gotten over your problem with horsey movies, as far as I know,
Yeah, they
right?
covered them dogs up though in the horsey movies. They got
Yeah.
boots.
So you've decided that instead of horsey movies being your problem, men in
Mhm.
sandals are your problem?
Sword, I don't know. I think it's just like a general disinterest to sword and sandal movies.
What if it's actually a modern day movie, but they're like surfers on the beach? Then are they allowed to wear sandals?
Will I watch Keanu Reeves in Point Break? Yep. Keanu Reeves can have the dogs out on the beach.
Well, I'm talking about not Keanu Reeves. I'm talking about other dudes.
Just boys surfing? Like what's the plot of the movie?
It's okay. Well, now that we're spitballing here, I'm gonna say it's a heist movie.
Okay.
Where they have to ride the big wave as it crashes into the bank, and then they get in with the money and surf away with all the loot. So it has to be meticulously planned.
I don't remember the plot of Escape from LA.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember something similar happening where Snake Plissken has to surf a
Does have to,
giant wave.
yes, but it's through the LA sewer system.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to watch your surfing bank heist movie. I want to
Me
see a
too.
wave go into the bank and how they knew that the wave was going to be timed perfectly with the
Uh
bank.
huh.
Once, like, what is the? Yeah, I'm
When you
intrigued.
put together your heist crew, you need one person who's like an oceanographer.
There's a difference between movies of dudes wearing like suits of armor and no shoes than
Uh
there is a surf heist movie. These are not the same.
Garrett, I feel like there are very few movies that couldn't be improved by either adding a bank heist or
A giant wave.
no, I was gonna go with my other thing that I would always like is unexpected people having to solve a crime.
I love that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
no, that's good. I love that.
when
Yeah.
John was working on the Playboy Club for the first couple weeks, I was like, "So that's about Playboy bunnies solving crimes, right?" And he was like, "No, I don't know where you got that fucking idea. That's really dumb." And I was like, "No, that's a way better idea. That that show would have succeeded, Garrett. Playboy bunnies solving crimes. 100% in the 60s? Come on."
Oh my god, put Anna de Armas in that. Put these two girls in
Yes!
this movie.
Thank you. Everything is improved with either a heist or unexpected people solving crimes.
I
I did.
can't
I
deny that, and now I also wanna watch Snake Plissken surf in the sewer a little bit.
You're
But
welcome.
no, I
Okay.
I will see Odyssey because obviously I love Rob Pattinson, but 3 hours watching John Barenthal's dogs just doesn't like, yeah, I
I
don't wanna
doubt
go
his
fight the
dogs
crowd
are
for
on
that.
screen for the whole time.
Any amount of time of John Barenthal's dogs in IMAX 70 millimeter is too much John Barenthal's dogs.
Anyway, so they've got him hooked up to
Yeah, what were
his
we talking about?
headphones and
Okay.
his sound mixing board, and they're like, "We're gonna do a game show where we ask you a question. If you get the answer wrong, we're gonna like do like horrible feedback noise directly into your ear."
Oh, the game shows Who Wants to Be a Pedophile?
Yes, who
Or Who
wants
Wants to
to kill a
Yeah, yeah,
pedophile?
yeah.
That's
Which
what.
timeless game. Very
Oh, love it.
relatable to
Very
now.
relatable. Yes. Oh God, the Garrett, the waiting list for who's going to be on this game show. It's
It's
outrageous.
0 because there aren't any apparently.
Oh, there are none. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, we can't run the show anymore. There are none. No, but he starts screaming, I'll go deaf," in the most not the
Nic Cage.
bees. It's not the bees at 20%.
Which once again, because Keanu's energy level's already so low,
Mhm.
This is high level nonsense from Keanu Reeves.
High. And part of what makes the not the bees thing so funny, it's a multi-layered,
Yeah.
amusing, experience. But part of what makes it so funny is like, why does this man have to scream out what is happening to him as it's
100%.
happening? It doesn't make any sense. Who is he telling? Who is he saying this to?
You're making my ears hurt.
Yes, that is the thing, is the fact that he is having to narrate to someone what is happening to him and why it's bad is absolutely hilarious.
It's so
I'll go
funny.
deaf, I'll go deaf. It's too loud.
Well,
My
and yeah,
ears hurt.
Nicolas Cage was just having to convince himself that the CGI bees were actually going to be added in.
Yes.
They
And I
can't
guess
put anything else in this situation because I'm saying it.
yeah, Keanu was having to do the same thing with the sound. Like he wasn't
Oh my
obviously
god.
actually listening to it, so he had to narrate it to get himself in the vibe.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Like this from here on out, we just get these moments where Nicolas Cage his essence is seeping into Keanu.
Yes, yes. And it so his wife's assistant shows up, Lewis, and he's there to like pick up a statue that needs to get taken to an
To the
art
art show.
gallery. And Lewis at first falls for them being like, we're his nieces and we're filming a music video here, ha ha ha. And then he sees that the statue has been defaced with boobs and penises drawn on it, and he's like, what the fuck did you crazy bitches do? Actually, Keanu doesn't have nieces. What's going on? And they steal his inhaler.
So
And
funny. He's already had one shot of the inhaler
yes,
when he
because
saw the
he's
boobs on the paint on the yeah.
yes. And this character is both like supposed to be really worldly and cool. He's like, you bitches are terrible. Like, I'm from Oakland, ho.
I know
But then
ghetto ass bitches when I see one.
yes, he does. Yes. But then also he's the dweebiest little loser who has an asthma attack because he sees a statue defaced and needs to stand there and have a panic attack about it instead of being like, I'm going to call the cops.
It's so funny. It's
He
a very
has
funny death.
a phone. Garrett, does he use it to call the police? No.
He's having an asthma attack. He's dying.
Yeah, he
He needs
manages
his
to like
inhaler.
get to Keanu, take the panties out of his mouth, and be like, "Bro, what's going on?" And Keanu's like, "They're dangerous. Lewis, be careful. They're crazy."
And he's like, no, they're breaking the art.
No,
Yeah,
they're breaking the art.
Runs out to save his wife's
Yeah,
whatever
he
sculpture.
comes out instead of going to get, I don't know, something to defend them with, or a phone to call the police, or just lock the door and of this room that they're in to like protect themselves from the girls. Instead, he runs out because he hears them making like a loud crashing sound, and it turns out they're both taking a hammer to the art and laughing gleefully while he stands there panicking, and then has an asthma attack and falls over and hits his head on the concrete and dies.
Lewis, the thing isn't salvageable. Call the
No!
police. The
Also,
house is wrecked.
y'all have insurance. Come on.
That may have not been insured because how do you even put a monetary value on it? That's kind of nonsense made up anyway with that.
Okay.
Lewis really cared though. He must have been
really
her
cared
biggest
about that
fan.
part. Absolutely, 100%.
Or he had a hell of a commission coming his way.
Yeah, right. And then he done did a whoopsie doodle and wanged his noggin on the concrete.
It was a real dipsy doodle.
Yeah. And so Keanu's over here being like, "You killed him!" And they're just laughing, being like, "He killed himself, dude. He's such a pussy. He fell over and hurt his head on concrete." That seems like this is not safe. This is not safe to have around children.
To be honest, he was being kind of a pussy.
Then they do my favorite thing in this movie, and possibly the only thing I actually enjoyed, which was paper macheing Lewis's body to hide the evidence. Can't
Yeah.
say I've seen that one before. And they're like, haha,
Ew.
it's just like art class.
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they did my least favorite thing, which is they sent like one fake text with from like one of their phones to the other being like, you need to get out of town for fucking my wife. Like, now no one will care about the fact that Lewis disappeared without a trace. We sent one text message, and then they load it
He might
into
have
the
been a gay man, because he also said, "You're
you're
barking up the
barking up the
wrong
wrong
tree."
tree when they start trying to seduce him. They clearly did not think this one through. Then they put the paper mache corpse in the back of Lewis's own van, right, his art van, and they hand wave this away with Ronnie is gonna take care of it.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, he loves getting rid of dead bodies. Ronnie will take care of this. What the fuck are you dumb cunts talking about? What? Who
Ronnie's
is
probably another guy they blackmailed at some point that has to do their dark bidding.
the fact that they? I mean, I know that it's never clear how stupid these girls are supposed to be because they play dumb, right, all the time. But then it's supposed to be that like no, they're actually like hardcore cool vigilantes who have meticulously planned everything out. But there are so many holes in their plans, and this is a big one because they
Yeah.
leave Keanu alive at the end, and he is a witness to the murder that you did.
And like they do the blackmail thing. Like the thing comes out. Like everybody knows he's bad by the end of this. You're right. He's alive and can just be like, "This is what they look like. Get them."
You're on film. The girls are
Yeah.
on film.
They're also insane.
Yeah.
So you're right. I do think that it does have issues with how smart are they. That's why I was confused with like Anna de Armas seems like full on like needs to
Crazy.
be in a mental institution, and it seemed like Genesis is masterminding something, but it goes back and forth between a little too crazy and a little too maybe competent insane.
Yeah. And so they start screaming, he starts screaming like, "I'm a good father." And they're like, "No, you cheated on your wife." And he's like, "That has literally nothing to do with whether or not I'm a good father or whether I deserve to die."
That whole monologue from him
Oh my god.
is
So
the best scene in the whole movie.
they're seriously conflating whether he is a cheater or a pedophile because they know he's not actually a pedophile because spoiler alert, at the end they admit that they are in fact adults. Um and so the fact that they keep calling him a pedophile as if that's the reason he deserves to die feels like such bullshit. And it feels like you've sort of muddled your message here of like why this man deserves to die in your twisted vigilante minds. And he goes on this monologue about how like you showed up at my house, you
I
started
loved you.
sucking my dick after I tried to throw you out so many times.
You fucked me.
You
You fucked me.
me.
You sucked my cock. It was free pizza.
Yes.
It was free pizza.
Yes, he equates them showing up at his door and wanting to have sex with him as free pizza, meaning he was allowed to take it, right? And this would have worked so much better if he hadn't basically been like raped into doing this by the fact that they started sucking his dick before he consented to any of this. Like, if he had been shown to be a little bit skeevy, right? This monologue where he calls them whores and cunts and says that having sex with them is like free pizza would have been absolutely devastating. Like a huge character change, right? If he had any of it set up ahead of time, like if he was the one who said, I could put your clothes in the dryer, little hints like that he actually is into it, that he
Or
actually
even if
wants
he
this.
thought they were underage beforehand, but still
Yes.
did it.
Yes. Or if there had been two Ubers, one 10 minutes away, one 45 minutes away, and he had picked the 45-minute away one, right? Like little things like that to show that he is actually like just a little teeny tiny tiny bit scumbaggy in the way that most men can relate to. But instead he was a perfect fucking angel right up until they're both soaped up, wet, naked, and literally sucking his cock.
I mean, I guess am I supposed to because we did say it was weird that he went in the bathroom at all,
Yes.
but there are now two strange women, I guess, showering in the house when he's called an Uber, so it makes sense to be like, "What the fuck's going on in here?" Um,
Please come
I
out.
don't know. I guess we're supposed to think that he's bad because he didn't push them away as they started or hit them. I don't know.
I don't know. Like it's like somebody saw the movie Hard Candy, one of my
I
favorite
Yes.
movies, and was like, I could do that, but like sexier. Not realizing that that is not the point of the movie Hard Candy.
No, yeah, no, I agree.
And with like
I think what
none of the
is fun.
nuance or like subtleties and thinking about like relationships between men and women, sexuality, like all of these multi-layered concepts that are in Hard Candy. Somebody was just like, yeah, but like what if they actually fucked?
Hmm. See, and to me, part of the fun of this movie is that it's dumb hard candy. Like, I think when you take a good movie and like, yeah, but what if it was dumb? That's still fun, and that's so many of the movies we watch is like, what if things were kind of dumb?
What if instead of Jarhead, we watched Jarhead 3? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, fuck, can we watch Jarhead 3? What are they even doing in those? I know those exist. Have you seen them?
No, I just know they exist and that they quickly become less and less about isn't
Trauma
war
and yeah.
boring and traumatizing even though it's boring, and
Yeah.
instead are like, what if killing brown people is all you do in war and it's actually great.
Jarhead 3 The Siege, 90 minutes, stars Scott Adkins, who Keanu did fight in John Wick 4.
There you go.
Yeah, no, we gotta watch these. Sorry to get off track there, but you really captured my imagination with like dumb Jarhead. That's fun. I bet those are fun.
In their own special way, I bet they are.
Do they
So
still say like based off characters from Sam Mendes? Because the only character's the title.
I
It's
don't
just a war
know.
movie now.
I don't know. Well, it's based on like like an autobiography, like a real
Okay.
guy wrote it about his actual experience of not ever firing his gun.
At that point, it's almost an art house movie, so it's so weird that they would make sequels to, like, an art house war movie that the people didn't like, that thought they were the target market for it.
Yeah, it's I get the feeling they bought some generic war scripts and were like, somebody already owns the rights to Jarhead.
Oh my god. Sorry. We can
So
get back to
So
dumb
they're
hard
like,
candy.
"Look, we're killing you at dawn, asshole. Now us two tiny women are gonna dig a gigantic hole in your backyard." Um, when they already have a van with a body in it, so that's
Ron could get
dumb.
rid of it or whoever.
Yeah, Ronnie could get rid of it. Why are you digging a big ass hole in his backyard? In like 20 minutes, they manage this. It's really impressive. It is the fastest, largest backyard murder hole I've ever seen.
You can't deny their work ethic. That
That's
is manual
true.
labor that was done quick, effective, and a
It's
very
perfectly square
perfect
too.
rectangle. Yeah,
Perfect
it's like a
rectangle.
yeah, it deep? No.
Mhm.
If you have any hole digging needs, these two beautiful women
Call
will dig
Genesis
that
and
hole.
Bell.
They'll get it done quick. I love them.
Dig a hole or punish your cheating ex.
God, they could get a pool ready in no time.
Yeah. It's also like he does manage to get to his iPad and be like, Siri, FaceTime Karen. Not Siri, call 911, I want to point out. Then we find out the weirdest detail, which is that they were like spying on him.
That's
Um,
it falls apart here, but
it
yeah.
totally falls apart because they're like, we know all about you and your kids. And it's like, why? Why did you pick this guy then of all the
Well, and how?
guys? And how?
Like, we don't see that they saw security camera footage. We don't see that they were hiding in the bushes. We like it does
And
there's
again, they
less
think
explained about this than Ron and the van.
they think that yes, absolutely. They think they're once again they think they're making hard candy, right? Where hard candy, the guy was chosen
Mhm.
for a very specific reason. Here Keanu's just a failed DJ turned architect with an old small dog and two kids and a wife who barely can say a sentence without sort of like falling flat and stumbling on her face. So here's my next problem is we have our next like fun and games little section. He has been given a deadline. You're dead at dawn, and now they just go about destroying his house and
Oh yeah.
all of this shit. And like they're psychologically torturing this man, right? That's the idea. By pretending to be T-Rexes while they wreck up his son's room.
They are little Godzilla. Yeah.
they give him a bowl cut, which he's very upset about. Like they literally upturn a bowl on his head and cut around
This pissed me off so bad.
because they didn't actually leave it as a bowl cut. They smoosh it back and it's normal. It looks normal after that.
He should have 1000% had a bowl cut
Yes.
the rest of the fucking movie.
100.
That's so funny.
It'd be way better if they had done that. Way better.
It's so fucking funny if Keanu just had an Oliver Tree bowl cut the rest
God.
of the movie.
Yes. But they were
That's
like, we can't make Keanu Reeves look stupid. And it's like, well, then why'd you have them do it?
Why do this? 100%. They teased me with that. And I'd already seen the movie, but didn't remember. I was like, oh my God, does he have a fucking bowl cut? And I don't remember this?
No.
We'd see a million memes of that.
No, of course we would. This is the part that annoys me though, is like all of the stuff that they do at this point of like wrecking up his house, writing your dad has AIDS on a picture of the son, right? Like all these great gems only work to psychologically torture a man if he thinks there was a chance that he's going to live and his kids and wife are going to come home and see this and he's going to have to deal with it. And he was hoping up until now he could get away with this somehow, that he could get them out of here and his wife and kids would never have to know. If he's already spending this whole time thinking, I'm going to die in 2 hours, he doesn't give a fuck if you wrecked up his wife's art by drawing dicks on all of it. Why would he care? He has something more important on his mind. What? Garrett? It's like if somebody was like, I'm gonna kill you at dawn, but first I'm gonna do tax fraud under your name so you'll be in trouble with the IRS. It's like,
That's
Do
true,
I
but it
give a
does
shit?
seem like he keeps thinking that he might get out of this.
yes.
Like the whole movie, like even up till the end, until like the last like 3 seconds of the movie, he does seem like there might be hope for him.
Yes. It does seems like a failure of pacing and of understanding how to build to something, right? As shown also by the fact that everyone knows the best time to introduce a gun in your thriller movie is at minute 82.
Well, I thought instead of Chekhov's gun, we were gonna get Chekhov's monkey, like, or whatever the dog's name
Chekhov's
was,
dog, yeah.
and that he was gonna come back and be like, "Hey, not useless, saving the day,
No,
saving
no.
Papa."
We introduce a gun at minute 82, which makes the fact that Keanu never went for it so insulting. He had
And
a
it
gun.
falls out of what now? Like a piece of pottery, like
Yeah, he
moving
apparently
records? It just
no,
it
he hid it in one
materialized from
of
the
his
sky.
wife's ceramics.
Yeah.
In which case, when Lewis showed up, why didn't you say, "Bro, there's a gun in the orange ceramic pot"? Why didn't you run and go get it instead of trying to choke a bitch? Why didn't you get it when you thought someone had broken into your house when, like, the first night, right? Like, after.
He had a lot going on. His penis
Ugh,
almost called his kids.
his penis almost called his kids. It's so insulting. Then they randomly decide, like, we're gonna play hide and seek and let you loose for 30 seconds, and he makes no good use of this time whatsoever.
It
He
did
start
feel this felt like filler. This was the
Yes,
only moment that it was like, we're just filling time to get to 90 at this point.
100%, which is why they introduced a gun at minute 82.
100, yeah, yeah. Because I really do enjoy the end, but it was just like this was the only piece of the movie that like ungapachka. Like we hit just a little like one too many things before we get to the thing.
Yeah. And then he's like outside and screaming, and they're like, "No one's home. We tried every house." And I was like, "Wait, what? When? Did you wait? That wasn't a lie? When you said we tried every house and everyone else is out of town? Also, they're
Yeah,
still out of town? This is the day everyone's supposed to come back."
that was yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you I mean, yes, you win. It very much like the plot holes just keep crashing down.
The plot holes are as big as the hole they dug perfectly rectangular in his backyard.
It it is, it's been dumb hard candy for a long time, but
Mhm.
now it's going dum 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 dum. Like we're getting like hit with it.
Yeah, and so
And
they
I'm
bury him
still not mad.
alive in the backyard up to his chin for
That
some
roll that he
reason.
does across the yard to the hole,
Oh, I'll give you
Nicolas
that.
Cage would have eaten that for dinner
Yes, because he's screaming the whole time as they
as
are
he's
rolling him
rolling.
because he's like been tied up into a perfect mummy shape by, I don't know, electrical cable or something.
Something, yeah, yeah. And
Uh
it's an above shot, so we're seeing it perfectly like,
as they
you know,
just
uh,
push him along the lawn and he rolls towards the
he's
hole screaming.
screaming. It was hilarious. It's so funny. And then getting him in, standing him up, and just burying him up to his chin so that he is now just a head in the backyard.
Which looks hilarious, and it would have been even better if he had a bowl cut
I
sticking out of the dirt.
it like but once again, there had to have been discussion of like, I can't live with that meme the rest of my life. They already memed me so bad when I was going through the hardest time of my life, and somebody photographed me actual really depressed on a park bench.
Yeah, and then that has defined my life since then, and I really don't need me with a bowl cut to be the next thing.
And yeah, I guess at this point, like if he had done John Wick, I don't know if it had actually even come out at that point when he made this. So he hadn't had like the Keanu's back in a big bad way moment yet.
Yeah, and so he starts finally like calling them cunts, and if this had been a better movie, that would have been really meaningful and said something about gender and power dynamics and something or other, but it's not. And so that's when they pick up a big, I don't even know what this thing is, like a big concrete slab with
Looks
like
like a tombstone
it
almost, that it was
does.
on like a child's grave.
um and they act like they're gonna smash his head in with it, but fake out, they're leaving him alive. And they're laughing and they're like, haha, it was a game. And it's like, a game where you murdered Lewis.
Well, Lewis killed himself on accident.
He done did a whoopsie do.
He did a whoopsie doodle and hit his head on the corner of a concrete slab.
Aw, ding dang dong.
But I like this, like, just goofing. We're not gonna kill you. We're
Nah.
uploading your sex video to Facebook. You really should sign out of your app so people can't just access them.
Yeah, it's true. They admit that they're of age. They post the sex video to Facebook. They tell him that they do this all the time, and it doesn't matter how much the guy loves his family. They never say no to the two hot drenched girls that show up at their door, and then they steal his dog.
That which is funny because this and John Wick in the same year.
Right? Like, here's the really funny part. This is 2015. That dog is absolutely chipped. And so, like,
And knocking on death's door already.
and knocking
Like
on
it's
death's door already. But, like, it's just yet another thing that will be a piece of physical evidence you have left behind that you did this.
uh, the
Um,
comments that are rolling in on the
oh
Facebook
my
video are
god. Yeah, he's
unfriended. Not cool, man.
unfriended. Not
My
cool.
kids saw this. Plus,
And
it's
he's
just
like,
such an embarrassing sex video.
it's so, and they prop it up right in front of him so that he has to look at it. And the best, most campy thing happens. This was the part I was like, okay, movie. That one made me genuinely laugh. Is when he somehow manages to get his arm out of the bindings and up through the dirt to try to get at the video to stop the video, and he accidentally hits like.
And then it tips over. It's so funny. That's such a good ending.
Yeah. Where is My Mind is playing. This movie does not deserve Where Is My Mind. Thank you.
It made me feel
Um,
like the Pixies didn't read anything and we're just like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, sure. Eli Roth's doing a
Money?
Keanu Reeves movie. Yeah, you can have it. We get a tour of the house so you can see all the pillow
It is
cushions
fucked.
everywhere. It did make me laugh though because I'm like, yeah, they had already told him that they were gonna kill him, and they thought that stabbing his couch cushions was really gonna traumatize him.
Piss his wife off, I'll tell you what.
They wrote art does not exist on her art, Garrett. That's what's gonna upset her.
My daddy has AIDS now is the funniest thing that was written on.
Every single surface has something written on it,
Took a
something
while.
destroyed. They had all night to do this. They put their time to good use. They are efficient.
And there weren't
Um,
like sloppy dicks written. Like they are like well rounded, like
mhm.
no squiggle lines. It's,
Mm-mm. These are
art
beautifully
does exist and it's what
executed.
they did to this house.
Yes, this is art. Yes, it's like when Ai Weiwei destroyed that piece of ancient Chinese pottery and was like, "This is art now, bitch, me breaking this." And I was like, "That seems mean and not like art." But like they destroyed this lady's art. That's art, baby.
This is like Piss Christ. Remember Piss Christ?
Yeah.
This is a Piss Christ art, it's
I
a
no,
little
Garrett.
abstract.
Piss Christ art is real art, and you will never hear me say otherwise. That's genuine art.
Yeah, I got some piss art in me. I could make a piss
Yeah.
art.
Look, Garrett, you could, but did you? No, you
I
did
know.
not. And then we see that mom and the kids are home, and the kids looking around. Little boy says, "Daddy had a party,"
It's funny.
as they see like beheaded dolls like hanging from the ceiling.
It's yeah.
You know what? This is one of those times where I feel like the person who had the most fun making this movie by far was like the production designer and the set dressing people. Like they had a whale of a time with this movie.
Oh, they got to party. They were having fun for sure.
They got to stab so many couch cushions, Garrett.
But I don't hate this movie because it provided me with so many fun moments that overall, like I would say I mean, I put so much time in between the first time I saw it and now that I only remembered the plot and then the final shot of just his head in the ground. But
And Anna
th-
Darmus's soapy boobs. Like, you
I
had to have remembered
honestly
that.
forgot it was Anna de Armas. I mean,
Wow!
'cause I mean, I wouldn't have known who she was in
That's
2015.
true. This was her first English language movie. But you had to remember the soapy tits just in general.
I remembered thinking that Eli Roth's wife was a very attractive lady and that the movie was kind of hot,
Garrett,
but it was a lot of
maybe
years.
if I had had some substances in me, this would have been a more
You did
entertaining
the smoke from
prospect.
Canada.
The Canada smoke is not as hallucinogenic as I would have hoped.
Yeah, but it does
Uh
make you grumpy and makes it harder to enjoy stupidity.
yeah, it did. It did. I was not in the right headspace for this one. Maybe if it were more like when I watched The Wicker Man and I was in that frame of mind, maybe if I'd gone in knowing like this is gonna be a Wicker Man esque experience, but with Keanu Reeves, so everything's at like 6% energy until it rockets up to 20% Cage, which is huge. Um, then maybe I would have appreciated it a little more.
I'm just saying, I think there were circumstances surrounding that maybe you weren't as in as silly of a mood as you needed to be to
Because I
have this
hadn't been
much
allowed to
fun.
leave my house in 2 days.
Yeah, you're back to the pandemic times.
I had to
You
wear
should
an
have
N95 mask. It was pandemic times all over again. It was very
in your
nostalgic.
house.
Basically, yeah. So that does sort of, take a little of the shine off. Garrett, were you aroused? Scale of 1 to 5.
A little bit, yeah. Like I would say the shower scene, the ladies, obviously these are two very attractive ladies, and Keanu Reeves ain't nothing to sneeze at, even
Ain't
though
nothing to
I
sneeze
don't even
at.
think he's shirtless.
He's
We talk about him
shirtless.
getting jerked up. Is he shirtless?
Yeah, in some of the like horror movie esque like random shots, you definitely see his bare chest
Okay.
because they want you to also see the scar where his surgery was.
Okay. Um, what number do I give this? I might be 3.5, 3.5.
I think that's fair. I mean, the boobs, the wet ladies, the
The jerk off into a FaceTime.
jerk off into a FaceTime. Is that what did it for you, Garrett?
Honestly, now that we talk about it, I don't know if I immediately remembered that scene as much last night when I was done watching it, but now that's the funniest thing in this whole movie to me. That was really, really funny. Like, just no, no, no! Don't make my penis talk to my son.
Don't do it.
Uh, so where are you at? You about the same number?
I'm about I'll put it at a 3. I'm never gonna say no to Anna Darmus's boobies. I'm just not. They're lovely. They're perfect.
As far as thrills,
Yeah,
I do
1 to
think
5.
the movie is very anxiety inducing. Like it's like I know this type of movie bothers a lot of people where it's like somebody's stuck in a situation they just can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't bother me as much, but I do think there is an excitement to it of he just wants them to leave and they just won't.
They
It's
just
such
won't.
a simple like they just won't leave.
Yeah, and you find yourself being like, how can I make you leave if you won't leave?
I honestly might even go 4. Like I don't think that the plot holes make it less exciting, it makes it dumber.
I
But
think the
like
pacing is jacked up
it's
in
so
some
fast
ways.
paced at the end though. Like it's just like so much of just like they're bothering him with this, they're bothering him with this. He's screaming, now he's running. Like I don't love the gun bit, but you
It's
know.
just like it takes all the thrills out of they're wrecking up your son's room and giving you a bowl cut and stabbing your couch cushions if you place it after you're dying at dawn. That's pacing 101, people.
Mm,
You'd
I'm still
think
gonna go.
that the man who did Hostel and knew about the blowtorch thing would understand that. Just saying.
I'm saying he hadn't had a hit in a little bit. Like Green Inferno
No,
wasn't a hit.
no.
This wasn't a hit. House with the Clock on the Walls. I don't remember if that was a hit. It was pretty good, but
I didn't see
Kids
it, so
movie.
I wouldn't know.
Kids movie with Jack Black and Kate Blanchett, like as wizards, like throwing barbs at each other, just like hitting each other with like funny lines, if I remember correctly.
You have a kid, you could show it to him, see if he likes it.
I think he loves Jack Black, so I think that might be a good Halloween time movie. But no, I had fun with this movie. I don't know if maybe, I don't know, 4 is probably a little high. I'm gonna still stick it with 4.
I'll say 3. I'll put it at 3. Because I kept getting distracted by all the plot holes and just wishing they would kill Keanu Reeves already.
When your air index quality or air quality index gets down to a 0 to 19 and you're in the good again,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna think back more fondly on this movie.
Uh, if you say so, dude. And are you ruining your life for Genesis and Belle when they show up soaking wet outside your house and start complimenting your vinyl collection, Garrett?
I'm that dummy. Um, I think that yeah. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, because I play musical chairs for 45 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get away from the advance, but then I'm filled with my seed,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then they just start doing that. How do
What
you
am I
escape?
supposed to do?
And it does ruin your life. Like this looked like the worst like 3 days or whatever.
Oh, it looks very unpleasant. And then you know that even if and when, because these women are going to get caught and arrested for murder, like it's going to be pretty clear that he was the victim of this whole thing. He's still buried up to his neck in the backyard. Obviously, he didn't do this on purpose for fun. This is clearly not a wild party that he had gone wrong. This was a man being tortured. Um
But yeah, as a dumb 40-year-old man with a vinyl collection and a
yeah.
child and a family, and yeah, I'm the dum dum in this movie. It's going to absolutely ruin my life. But I also don't live in a remote place, so I could be
Mhm.
like, hey, there's a gas station down the road. Maybe y'all go wait there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check with the neighbor.
Yeah.
He's single and more your age.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, I would have called them an Uber, but maybe it's just like my woman's instinct not to let strangers into my home when I'm there alone.
Wet
But then
Anna
it,
de
but
Armas
they're,
isn't coming
it's,
in your
yeah, I
house.
was gonna say, but like these aren't two big scary men. These are hot ladies.
Yeah, Ron's hiding in the van outside that actually dropped them off.
Thanks, Ronnie, I guess.
Was that really?
Um,
I was Ron. Did I make up Ron, or is that what
n-
you said?
no, they mentioned that they're gonna bring the body to Ronnie, and Ronnie will
Ronnie.
take
Okay,
care of it because
I just
Ronnie
couldn't remember.
loves doing that, and Ronnie loves paper mache, so he's gonna be really impressed, I guess, with all of their beautiful work. Um,
I just feel like these are two of the most like enticing people that we've had in erotic thriller in a minute, where it's like
yeah,
they seem like it would
they
be
really
easier for
don't.
them to seduce than most.
Yes, and they really don't take no for an answer.
It is
Nope.
forceful.
It's very much like
They have a mission.
they're on a mission. You're not gonna stop them. Yeah, we're probably ruining our lives.
So would they have been happy if he hit them and been like, "No, get the fuck out"? Would they have been like, "We found a good man"? Like,
Garrett,
what would or would they
I
just been like, "You hit us, now we kill you"?
I don't know. I don't know that anything would make them give up because they're so crazy and attached to their idea that like all men are scumbags who will
Mhm.
cheat on their wives if two hot ladies show up at their front door. That I think that like even if actually what I would have loved to see is he reaches down as they're both down there sucking his cock, grabs them both by the ear like an old-timey teacher, right? And yoinks them up and then takes them out the front door, depositing them completely naked but
On the
holding their
doorstep.
clothes on the doorstep for the Uber driver to take away. Then they seduce the Uber driver. They still get their jollies for the night.
Yeah. I mean, they're crazy. They're gonna like, yes, there is trauma that is absolutely horrendous that happened
Mm-hmm.
to at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Makes everything a lot less fun. Um, but that's life.
That's life. And like, I don't know. They don't have the most cohesive philosophy behind what they're doing. Um, but you can't deny their commitment. They dug that hole. They trashed every single square inch of that house.
I I actually wish we had filled more of the 90 with the hole digging.
Right? Because there's no way that hole would have taken the entire night
It
to
would have been so
dig.
sweaty.
They would have been so sweaty, so dirty, so miserable. They wouldn't have had any arm strength left to stab couch cushions.
These are very small women.
Yes, they're tiny. All
I
right,
don't know.
Garrett.
I had fun with this one.
I'm glad you did because I did not. I was glad when it was over.
Well, we'll be back next time with Sliver. MV on Spotify asked if we would be doing that one or Basic Instinct. I don't know when we're going to do Basic Instinct. We did it so early on and then didn't release it from like technical issues, and it just felt weird to like have to try and
No, you
re-record
just
a
gotta wait until I've
conversation.
forgotten everything that we said, and then
In
I
a couple
will.
years,
Yeah, give it a little while. Yeah.
we'll get there. But Sliver we haven't done, and it's been on the list, so I think we will hit up that one next. But apparently, if you want to hit us up, feel free to leave comments on YouTube, letting us know that you're mad that we aren't the Steve Gutenberg movie. I actually really
Ah.
love that. Am I allowed to call that person a dipshit and be like, "Hey, I googled it. It's on YouTube, dipshit"?
I
Am
mean,
I
you
allowed
could
to speak to
respond
people
in the
like that?
comments and say, "Go look on Tubi.
Here's a link to Tubi, dipshit.
It's free.
You're welcome, dipshit.
You're
Uh,
welcome."
yeah, please leave hilarious comments about that. I guess that probably helps in some way, even if it's
Engagement.
dumb.
It's gotta, right?
And yeah, we'll I guess we talk on Spotify. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name that let me know that Anna de Armas is Cuban. I'll remember that forever now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we said in that episode. Apologies for not looking that up beforehand. But hey, rate, review, subscribe at Erotic Thriller Club on Instagram, eroticthrillerclub@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns.
Tell your friends. We're always looking for more friends to join the club. Tell your enemies. Tell the two ladies that show up soaking wet at your front door tonight.
Send them our way.
We're willing to ruin our lives. Let us know if you are.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Wet your snails. Enjoy your free pizza. Uh, it was free pizza. It was free pizza. We want to shake you naked and eat you alive.